Hey Cyclopeans, Dan here, and today I'm going to talk to you about a horror movie out on Netflix called The Void. I'm going to start right off the top by saying I really loved this movie. If you like H.P. Lovecraft or The Thing, you're going to love this movie. You're probably going to love this movie. It'd be very surprising if you don't, because this is a mashup. The Void is an absolute mashup. It's like the directors took it and said, oh, here's the H.P. Lovecraft, and here's The Thing, and they just threw it together, and you get this great movie. The Void is a great classic monster movie. Not like classic, like old style, but just a good, solid monster movie. And directed by Jeremy Gillespie and Stephen Kostansky. I hope I said that right. And it stars Aaron Poole, Kenneth Welsh, Daniel Fathers, Kathleen Monroe, Ellen Wong, and those are the top stars. There's a whole bunch of other people supporting actors, but they're all fantastic. All the actors, and the ones I didn't even mention here, all gave great performances. So I was really happy to see that. No like lame performances in this movie. The tagline, the official tagline for The Void is from, and I stole it from IMDb. When police officer Carter, Aaron Poole, discovers a blood-soaked man limping down a deserted road, he rushes him to a local hospital with a bare-bones night shift staff. As cloaked cult-like figures surround the building, the patients and staff inside start to turn ravenously insane. Trying to protect the survivors, Carter leads them into the depths of the hospital where they discover a gateway to immense evil. And that's straight out of Lovecraft. You've got this old hospital that they're moving out of. All the people are moving out of because it's been abandoned for whatever reason. They're changing it to a new hospital. And later you find out why. And there's a little bit of a staff left, and something weird starts in this house, and it moves to the hospital, and then they're all locked in this hospital with these crazy cultists running around. So you've got a classic H.P. Lovecraft feel here. You've got cultists, you've got monsters in the shadows, you've got people going insane, and best of all, you got tentacles. So it's really great. Yeah, I'd actually, even before we get to the end, I'd give this thing 5 tentacles, 5 out of 5. So it's true to the form with Lovecraft. This is a brutal, violent, gory, icky movie. You're really going to like it. Great storyline, but interestingly, it's in the middle. So this movie is screaming, pardon for the pun, it's screaming for a prequel and maybe a sequel, but see what you think about the sequel idea after you watch it. If you've already watched it, feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. I think it could absolutely use a sequel, being a movie where they would cover, or even a short film, maybe even a half an hour film or something, maybe even a cartoon like they did with the Matrix, like what they did Animatrix, or what they did with Last Train to Busan, something like that. But I would like to see them address what happened to lead to the events in the house. And I don't want to give too much away here, but it opens up with events happening in a house. And there's a doctor in this, and we want to know, how did he come across the means to obtain the powers that he did? And I don't want to give too much away here, so we're not going to say too much about what happened in the movie, but there's some big questions in there. And it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means you could really go on farther with this film. The buzz in the horror underground on this film was mostly hot. I talked to a lot of people about this film all over the internet, and most of them were really into this. They loved it. And I got the feeling that the few people who didn't like this movie were simply not familiar with or did not like the style of a Lovecraftian type film. That's not to talk down to anybody. It's just, if you don't know Lovecraft or you don't like the Lovecraftian mythos style of horror, you're going to be like, huh? You're not going to get this thing. So if you like Lovecraft, if you like The Thing, if you like an icky, gooey monster movie, this is for you. The Void, oddly enough, too, was only released in limited theaters for a short time. I remember when it came out in a town near me, but I didn't have a chance to get down and see it in the theater, and I wish I had. It would have been a lot more fun. I think it was a big theater release and a party and everything. But it didn't get the national release that it probably should have, though it's on Netflix now, so it's probably getting a humongous audience. Might even be benefiting better than the theater by getting a Netflix release, getting more people. Now, for reviews, IMDb only gave The Void 5.8 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 74% on the tomato meter. I can't say that fast, and a 47% favorable audience score, which was odd because I talked, again, I don't talk to everybody, but the people I've talked to, and it's quite a number of people, were overall, I'd say about 80-85% really liked it. So I was kind of surprised at the 47% favorable score there. If you have not read Lovecraft or are not familiar with his work, by all means, first watch The Thing. Go get The Thing, and I think it might even be on YouTube or whatever. It's easy to get. And then read a whole bunch of Lovecraft, everything you can get your hands on. That's all free. It's all his stories are free. If you Google H.P. Lovecraft, free online storage, you'll find sites that give you every single story he wrote. He didn't write that much. He wrote a few dozen stories, I think one novel. And other great horror writers you can check out who've written on the Lovecraftian mythos theme are Robert Bloch and Stephen King. And that's just two big ones. If you're familiar with Bloch, you might have read some of his Lovecraftian stories, and of course everybody's familiar with King. So I just wanted to let you know, you've got a really good movie hanging out there on Netflix right now. Give it a shot. You'll probably like it. And I hope to hear from you. I'd like to know what you think of it. If you have any comments, or would you like to see me review a different movie, or any movie you want me to review, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, drop me a line. Drop me a line on here. Put it in the comments section, or at administrator@Sci-Clops.com, or just go to the website and drop me a line there. Any you can click on that too. But let me know. And if you'd like to support Sci-Clops, follow us on Twitter. By the way, we just hit 3,000 followers. Thank you very much to all of you. Really appreciate it. And we can only do this with you. You are the reason we do this. You are the reason we're succeeding. Thank you very much. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Minds, and of course the website, Sci-Clops.com. And we've also launched a Sci-Clops store with cool little t-shirts and stickers. Or if you got an extra buck to spare, why not hit up our donate button on the front page. So that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed this short review, and I'll be reviewing a lot more movies. Hope to hear from you in the comments. Bye now.